Welcome back, everybody. So today in this lesson, we're going to take what we learned in the last lesson with the forward, back, side, and the left turn, and we're going to add the right turn to the equation. So we're going to be studying a figure called simple right turn. Let's real quickly review what we did last week. So tango is a walking dance, and we said that when we can't walk in a line of dance for whatever reason, we have an option of doing forward, back, side, side in place, or making it into a turn. Forward, back, side, side, and then I'll do it again to get back into the line of dance. Now, we want to add the right turn to complete the picture. And for this, the turn is going to start with the left foot once again. This is why I emphasized in our first lesson, you want to make sure to remember, as a leader, the left foot forward is a starting point for lots of things. So you started the forward, back, side, side with the left turn. You started the left simple turn as well with the left foot. And now the right simple turn is also going to start with the left foot. This is what it looks like. Forward, back for the leader. From here, my left foot is going to come next to my right, and I'm going to lead my partner to come on my right side, and then I'm going to open up into a side step. Forward, back, change weight, and side. Okay, that's what it looks like. Now let me show you, in terms of leading it, there's one thing that you have to integrate, otherwise the move is not going to happen. And that is to invite the follower to go on the right side of you. So when we were doing the left turn, I was saying that you can get into that mindset right away when you're making that that step with the left foot. So as I'm taking that left step and then going to my left, all my intention is going to be in that direction. Now I'm going to reverse that, and so my intention is to get my follower to go to my right. So I'm going to be thinking, I need to be turning my chest to the right. So if you imagine yourself with that big tray of hors d'oeuvres I might have talked about before, this is my favorite image to describe this sensation, you want to be able to take that tray and either turn it to your left or to your right. And when I'm turning it, I really want to feel it from my core rather than just my shoulders or my arms, because remember, the shape of the embrace needs to stay consistent. So I start with the left foot forward. When I go with my right foot back, I automatically am going to start favoring my right side. It's like I'm beginning to turn slightly to my right already, and the follower is going to feel that right away, and you're going to direct them to your right side. When I place my left foot next to my right here, sometimes what happens is you might take a really big step back, but it doesn't need to be big. You just need to free up that right foot. So I just place my left foot next to my right and then open side. So once again, just for myself, watch my alignment. I go forward, and now watch back. You see how I'm already slightly turning. I replace my left foot next to my right, and then I open side. There's a little bit of a pivot there. And then I can repeat it. Forward, back, change weight, open. Okay? So the way it looks together. Left foot forward, right foot back. And you see how I already am showing her the direction. She doesn't have any desire to go to the other side because I'm already showing her that I want her to go to the right. Then, as she steps forward, I step my left foot down. We step together. And then that next step is going to be a side step for both of us. Side. And then I can repeat it. Forward, back, change weight, side. Forward, back, change weight, side. Okay? So this move, together with the simple turn, can be combined back to back. So because the entry point for these moves is the left foot, all you got to do is wait until your left foot comes forward, and that's an initiation for any of those moves. So you can play around with combining them in different ways. So I could be walking, and whenever I want to, anytime my left foot is forward, I can go to the left first, and then I decide and I want to go to the right. Then I can go to the right. And then I can go to the left if I want. I can go to the left again. And then I can go to the right. I'm just repeating the move back and forth between the left and the right turns. And already you can tell it starts beginning to look very nice because you're not doing the same thing over and over again. You're creating variety of directions, which ultimately what makes tango interesting to dance from the perspective of the follower. It's not necessarily a bunch of fancy moves or intricate choreographies. It's more variety. You want to create a well-rounded sentence when you're phrasing. So if you were dancing and you only did left turn over and over again, that might actually seem pretty boring and redundant. But if you broke it up and did right turn as a way of providing variety, then it actually feels like a pretty sophisticated, well-rounded dance, and you can use it in a variety of ways. So just like we were working with the check step as well and all of those other movements, on that first step when I go to my left foot forward, I can go check step, right turn, or I can continue with the slow step. So I can either work with quick, quick, slow, slow, or I can go slow, 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 slow. One question that came in that I think is a really good question to ponder is how much weight are you putting into that check step? And it's hard to tell exactly the percentage because we're all kind of perceive numbers differently. But the way I think of it is that when I am projecting my foot for a check step, is like I'm testing the ground to see if it's stable. So pretend that you're reaching out and you want to know if the ground is going to support you before you go. So there is a little bit of weight, but it's not so much that it's going to take a long time to come back, because ultimately the amount of weight that you're going to be putting on any step is going to be dependent on your musicality and what you want to show in the music. Don't think about it too much in terms of what's the appropriate amount or the number or the percentage of weight, but think of it, how much time do you have before you need to hit the next beat? In tango, most of the time it's between the beat and the quick. So either I have the time to go slow, slow, or I'm going to go quick, quick, right? I'm going to choose between the two. If I try to transfer all of my weight but go in quick, quick timing, it's going to be really hard to do it. So it's quick, quick, right? Like it doesn't happen that quickly. You need more time to transfer all of your weight. So you want to think of it in those terms that your tone in your body and how you're projecting your weight to be dependent on either you wanting to do the slow or the quick beat. Okay? Now, one thing I want to remind you, because I know it's going to happen to you, is that when you have your follower going on the right side for that right turn, make sure once again that both of the partners are keeping the shape of the embrace. You see how she's turning towards me and I'm turning towards her, and our embrace shape hasn't changed. If I don't do that, it's very tempting to do something like this. So if she relaxes her right shoulder as she passes me, it's going to look like this. Or if I do the same thing with her, you see how she's passing me. Let me show you from this angle too here. Do you see now? The embrace is not really the same anymore. She's almost passing me with the hips here, and we're actually getting closer. So my right shoulder is relaxed, her right shoulder is relaxed. You want to avoid that as much as possible because it's going to disrupt the geometry on the bottom and it will cause some issues later, okay? So remember, just like we were working in our first lesson on walking, and I was saying when you walk on the outside of the partner, make sure that you're facing them so that the embrace doesn't break. Notice this is the same exact position as when we were doing the right turn. All she's doing is she's on this foot. So this place where the follower is on the leader's right side is going to be a very common place for many of the sequences. So once again, with that right turn, when you're turning, when you're going with the follower on the right, make sure, turn towards her. See, I'm turning towards her so that we don't break, and then side. And this side step, that last side step, doesn't need to be very big. In fact, the smaller you can make your steps, the more conservative you can make your steps as a leader, the easier it will be for the follower to follow them and stay aligned with you the whole time. Okay? So try this out. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you in the next lesson. Ciao.